What up, database? Data07 here, and look who's back!
I know, I'm actually in a video, in person this time.
Yep. So anyway, judging by the title, yes, we are discussing Yogi's First Christmas.
Oh yes, that movie. Where did it begin, though? That's a question.
Yeah, so let's go back to where this started, basically. Hanna-Barbera, it was a special released by Hanna-Barbera in the year 1980. And it only got an official DVD release in 2009. Wow, we were in grade school when that happened. So yeah, you might wonder, why is it called Yogi's First Christmas? Because, well, what do bears normally do in the winter?
They hibernate.
Correct.
So he's usually asleep during Christmas.
Alright, so basically, let's see where does it start? It starts with basically Ranger Smith driving Huckleberry Hound. Yeah, there are other people from other Hanna-Barbera franchises in this. Huckleberry Hound, I think his name is Snagglepuss or something like that. There's like this pink mountain lion. It's another Hanna-Barbera character. I can't quite remember his name. And these two like brown dogs. One's big and one's small. I don't know what their names are either. But I know but I think the little one always says, "Dear old dad."
Oh yes.
And so if you know it, whatever. Sorry. So he just goes and. So basically, their little racket wakes Yogi and Boo Boo up.
Yep. They're just playing music and they just wake up in the middle of December.
Yeah. So then it gets to so basically the main point of this is that they're going up to the Jellystone Winter Lodge, which you know, like there's a plan. Basically, they're gonna tear it down and build a highway through there. Don't think you can do that in a national park, but whatever.
Oh yeah, it's fiction, whatever.
So, but that's only if you know, like, the owner agrees to sell it. Wish that's how rezoning worked. But anyway, and so basically, Mrs. Rock. You know, basically, the owner is Mrs. Rockbottom. Yes, really. So basically, Ranger Smith is trying to say, we got to make this absolutely perfect if we're going to impress her enough so she won't sell it. And of course, getting word that Yogi's awake, Ranger Smith is scared that things are going to go bad.
I know. He's like, I better get Yogi back to his cave. He's going to cause trouble.
Yeah,
and eventually, Yogi and Boo Boo were just climbing up to get food to begin with. It's like, hey, let's go get some extra food while we're awake. And then it's like, the chef's like, oh no, two new chefs I see.
Yeah, most definitely. So basically, after basically, you know, like, Miss Rockbottom's on the way up with her nephew Snively.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, who's spoiled brat. Brad, because of course he is.
Of course, there's always got to be that spoiled brat, always.
Yeah, and basically, this guy named Herman the Hermit. Yes, really, Herman the Hermit. He basically tries to you know, like, cause problems because, like the Grinch, he doesn't like noise.
He's like, I hate Christmas, them and the festival, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so basically he tries to, you know, like, make some kind of, like, I think it was an avalanche or something to basically stop Mrs. Rockbottom's car.
Oh, yeah, but avalanche. But then Yogi just happens to swoop on in with snow plowing.
Because he doesn't know how to control it.
I know, he's just like, I can't stop this thing, boo! And he just pushes the car away at just the right moment.
Yeah, and so basically, the manager asks, why aren't they not giving them promotion? So then he promotes them to bellhops. And so, and also, Yogi and Boo get promoted, like, or at least Yogi does, at least gets promoted 4 times throughout the week by just dumb luck, sheer coincidence.
I know, right? Just by sheer dumb luck, he gets promoted 4 times in just one day.
Well, it's over the course of days, but you get the point. So then you have, so what did he do? He was promoted to bellhop, to ski instructor, chief of security,
and then lodge manager.
All right, so
and they would always say the same thing too. It's like, we're gonna give him a promotion. It's like, but didn't you say? And then, forget what I said. He's getting promoted.
Yeah, he's like, do you have to do everything I tell you to do? No. Then do what I tell you.
And it's like, wait a minute.
So yeah, really, no. It's pretty basic. Like, there are points where not too much happens, and so and before I get into what the side plot is with Snively and Herman, let's just get this. So let's talk about some things, like, so they're starting to do St. Cress's carols, and, well, they sound terrible.
I know, they don't sound the greatest.
Yeah, so he's like, oh, maybe we need a female singer.
And they're like, great idea, yeah. And then Boo's just like, Cindy, wake up.
So they go to wake up Cindy. So Boo Boo goes to wake up Cindy Bear. Which, really, is that your only choice? Because, she's always trying to get with Yogi, but he has no interest in her.
I mean, to be fair, she's probably like the only woman there in the whole park.
Yeah. Yeah, and so then eventually, like, Boo was putting up mistletoe, and why would you tell her about mistletoe?
Oh, yeah, he told her about it.
And literally, then she proceeds to sing probably the most, like, suggestive song, even for a kid's flick.
I'm not gonna lie, that song was a little bit suggestive, yeah.
Yeah, like literally, tell me, do these lyrics not sound the least bit more than what she wants? Give me a sprig of mistletoe, and when I turn those lights down low, watch out, I'm gonna give it one more try.
And it's like, well, wait a minute, what do you mean by that?
Seriously, that sounds freaking sexual, man. But either way, I'm getting too into it, and also Boo's just awkward throughout the whole song. You feel bad for him.
Yeah, he's just sitting there, just watching it all happen. And then at the end, he just collapsed.
Yeah. That's still so yeah, now let's get to the antagonists. With those being whatever.
Whatever.
Being the nephew Snively and Herman the Hermit.
Oh, yeah, but Snively ends up getting lost as he tries to run away. So what ends up happening is he ends up coming across Herman's home and decides to just chill there. Herman comes back and he's like, hey, who are you? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, hey, wait a minute. And he's like, I hate Christmas too. And they're like, he's like, oh, really? All right, then. You would be our friends.
Yeah, and so then they just try to team up to do what else? Ruin Christmas, and they have to sing a song about it, and trust me, it's not even that great of a song, but I'd link it down, but unfortunately, I cannot find footage of this song for some reason. I don't know, maybe just because maybe just because, you know, like, footage of this has not been necessarily common, but anyway. So, and then there's one scene of the song that comes right the frick out of nowhere, where it literally shows them as devils. They're dancing with devils.
Yep.
And fire, and it's like, and you're just like, what the freak were they thinking, man?
Gotta have those music numbers.
Yep. Humbug, double humbug.
And then they hatched a great plan where they're gonna pretend to be Santa and an elf. And
do what else? Steal Christmas.
Yep. And then it gets to a point where they end up stealing a helicopter and all that. But that's later on in the plan anyway.
Yeah, so then they basically, so basically they're planning to steal some things, and for some reason, you know, like, while Range Smith is out looking for Snively, he recognizes him as the elf in a sudden burst of intelligence, but whatever.
I know, everybody else had no idea, but he's like, wait a minute, that's Snively, and it's like, Snively is back at the lodge, and everyone's like, oh sweet, let's go back, and that's when they steal the helicopter with the ornaments. That was the plan, to steal ornaments.
Yeah, and literally, it's like, so basically, you know, like, then there's this whole thing where you know, like, they get him down, the ranger confronts him, and he's like, and basically he tells me he's under arrest because, you know, he committed a crime right there. He's like, and then Miss Rockwell's like, Ranger, must you?
It's like, must you? It's Christmas! And the ranger's like, oh, you know what, sure, fine, you're free to go.
At least, and I could say at least Snively gets, like, at least some punishment in the beginning, but then it's just abandoned.
Yep.
And so then they have this little, you know, Christmas party. They bring some orphans in, and, you know, this is the most typical Christmas special in the world.
I know, and then you also have Herman and Snively having their own little party outside with a tent.
In the beginning, anyway. At the beginning of that, anyway. But then they get called in, you know, like, and then Yogi dresses up as Santa, and starts giving out presents. But then the real Santa Claus comes.
Yeah, and Yogi's just like, oh yeah, you're not for real Santa. Yeah, for real Santa wouldn't be wearing those boots, and he's not as fat too. And it's like, this beard also is just trying to pull on it. It's like, wow, you got this thing really glued on. And then Boo Boo's like, Yogi, that is for real Santa. And he's like, oh,
Yeah, and so then they exchange gifts, and, you know, like, Snively and Herman realize, oh, we were wrong.
I know, all out of the blue. They're just like, oh, really? Yeah, we were wrong. Yeah, we love Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah, and so then Cindy finally gets what she wants.
Yep, the smoochy smooch.
Yeah, a kiss from Yogi, which she goes haywire over, but...
Yeah, and then Yogi's like, oh, these lips are dangerous. What have I done?
Yeah, so then you have... And so basically, and once they get to Yogi's present, which is what he always wanted, a picnic basket.
Oh yeah, he's always wanted one.
But then it kind of catches up with them, and then they fall back asleep for the winter.
Yep.
Cindy and Boo Boo and Yogi. So basically, Ranger Smith, you know, like, takes them back to their cave. Back to their cave, you know.
And that's the end of the movie.
Yep, that's the end.
I mean, here's a logical plot hole, though. If it's a picnic basket, and he's gonna eat it by the beginning of next year, wouldn't the food be bad by then? That's a bit of a massive plot hole right there.
Or should I say, a warm enough day they'll sometimes get on a warm day to get extra food, So let's hope that day comes quick.
Oh yeah, let's hope that warm day came quick for the extra food.
All right, so how's the special itself? Well, honestly, if you have little kids, I'd say it's fine. Anyone older will probably not get much enjoyment out of it.
I know it. Well, I mean, it was made to originally be a kids movie anyway, so.
Yeah.
Just basically a stereotypical cliche Christmas movie for the most part.
Yep. And also this is going to be a two-parter where we review a couple of Christmas things where that you kind of forget exist. So anyway, stay tuned for part 2 when we do the late 90s Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer the movie.
Hey, there we go.
So anyway, we'll see y'all in the next one.
Goodbye.